Use annexure D to answer the following questions. Coach Maxwell is traveling from Cape Town to Bloemfontein. Determine the distance from Colesberg to Beaufort West. Okay, this is a strip map. Strip map from Cape Town. He's traveling from Cape Town to Bloemfontein. And if you look at this map, you can read the distances on the side here. We're going to start with that. And let's read from Cape Town to Paarl. It's 52 kilometers, right? And then from Paarl to Wester, you just say, since you started at 52, you say 102 minus 52, and the distance between these two towns is 50, right? So what happens here is it's written right there. It says 80. So from Paarl to Montagu, you would say this 102 minus 52 will give you the distance here, which is 50 plus 80, and then you have 130 kilometers, right? Okay. So the question says determine the distance from Colesberg to Beaufort West. Where is Colesberg? There is Colesberg. To Beaufort West. So I'm trying to find Beaufort West. There is Beaufort West. So what is the distance from Colesberg to Beaufort West? What you do is you say this number minus this number, or you can come this side and say 544 minus 226. That's not an issue. So the distance from Colesberg to Beaufort West. That's easy. So it's 2 marks. So you're going to say again from what? Where is Colesberg now? There's Colesberg. From Colesberg to Beaufort West. So we're going down. So the numbers are not going to count down. They're going to count up. So it's going to be from this side. Ne? So we're going to say Colesberg to Beaufort West. There, those two distances, we're going to minus them. 544 minus 226. So for 5.2.1 distance is equal to 544 kilometers minus 226. 544 kilometers minus 226, and that's 318 kilometers. Okay. The next question says, determine the probability of driving through or past a town starting with the letter T along the N1 from Cape Town to Bloemfontein. Oh, this sounds like recycled questions. The letter T along the road from the Cape Town T. This one is P, so W, L, B, T, 1. H, C, S, B. Passing a town. Oh, there's Towns River. There's another one. Okay, let's check again. There's not town there. That one's W. That one's T. That one's 1. So there's 2 of them. There's 3 sisters. Oh, okay, there's 2. So I'm going to go ahead and say 5.2.2. The answer is 2. Probability is equal to 2. Out of how many towns that we are passing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're passing 9 times. 2 out of 9. Right. So on his way from Cape Town to Bloemfontein, Coach Maxwell stopped at the Laingsburg for 45 minutes to have lunch. His next stop was Beaufort West for 15 minutes. And then later he stopped for 15 minutes in Colesberg. The trip from Cape Town to Bloemfontein took him 9 hours and 15 minutes in total. Calculates the average speed to the nearest kilometer at which Coach Maxwell traveled from Cape Town to Bloemfontein. Justify by calculations whether he kept the maximum speed limit of 120 kilometers on national roads. Okay. Now, firstly, they say it took him 9 hours and 15 minutes in total, right? So to calculate the speed, average speed, we have to have distance. That is easy. We're going to get that from the map. And I'll show you now. From Cape Town to Bloemfontein. Is that what they said? Yes, Cape Town to Bloemfontein. that is the distance right there from Cape Town. If you travel, the distance, keep counting until you get there. They say it's 999 kilometers. That's what this map says. So the distance, we have the distance. I'm just going to write it down. The distance is equal to 999 kilometers. I don't have to worry about that. And then we have the time. So the time, let's talk about the time before we calculate here. The time that we need here is not the total time that it took him to go from the time that it took him to travel from Cape Town to Mr. Coach Maxwell took 9 hours and 15 minutes to travel from Cape Town to Bloemfontein. But this time here, they say in total, which means it includes all the lunches and the fill-ups and all that stuff. So what is happening to the car when he's having his lunch? It's not moving. So we can't say that 45 minutes the car was moving. If we add it there, then we are wrong, right? So we have to take out all the stoppage times first. Then we get only the driving time. Then we can calculate the speed. Okay, so the total time was 9 hours and 15 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to minus the 45 minutes he stopped, and then I'm going to minus them one by one. I know he stopped 3 times, but I'm going to minus one by one. So 5 minus 5 is 0. We can't minus 4 from 1, so we're going to go borrow there, and that's going to be 8. And then we will cross with this hour. It becomes 60. 60 plus 1 is 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. Minus 4 is 3. So that's 8 hours and 30 minutes. Now, they said that he also stopped at Beaufort West for 15 minutes. I've been there at that garage at Beaufort West. So we minus another 15 minutes, and then we can't say 0 minus 5, so we're just going to borrow right here. We're not going to hours, so that's going to be 10. 10 minus 5 will be 5. 2 minus 1 will be 1, and that's 8 and 15 minutes, right? But then it says again he stopped at Colesberg. So we're going to also minus the Colesberg time, and that's 15 minutes. So 5 minus 5 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, and 8, right? So he traveled for 8 hours on the road driving, right? So we're going to calculate using that. So speed, average speed, is equal to distance in kilometers divided by time in hours, which is equal to, distance is 999 kilometers divided by 8 hours, and we get 999 divided by 8, we get 124.875 kilometers. So he drove above the speed limit at some point. So the question says round off to the nearest kilometer. The nearest kilometer is going to be there. So if we look at that, it says go up because it's above 5. And so the answer is 125 kilometers. So it's already very clear that he drove above the speed limit. And then 4 point, no, it's 5. Why do I keep saying 4? 5.2.4. So that is the last question. 6 marks. The fuel consumption of Coach Maxwell's car is 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. And the fuel tank capacity is 45 liters. So he can only carry 45 liters. And for every 100 kilometers he travels, it uses 5.9 liters. Okay, so verify whether it was necessary for Coach Maxwell to refuel at any of the stops he made on his way to Bloemfontein. Show all calculations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate how much petrol he needs for the entire trip. They didn't say the return, they said only on his way to Bloemfontein. So this is just one trip, 999 kilometers. Let's find out how much petrol he's going to need. If he travels 100 kilometers, he's going to need 5.9 liters. Let's first calculate how many liters he needs. So for 100 kilometers, he needs 5.9 liters. Now you see, this is also another conversion factor, right? Okay, so but he doesn't travel 100, he travels 999 kilometers. So let's find out how many liters does he need. So 100 kilometers multiplied by unknown is equal to 999 kilometers multiplied by 5.9 liters, right? So we start with is equal to unknown is sitting with 100 multiplying. So we're going to divide unknown by 100 kilometers. That cancels that, and then we do the same this side, and then we get our answer. So that'll be 999 times 5.94, 58.94, 58.94. If you divide that by 45, he's going to fill up more than once, right? For 1,098. So he's going to have to fill up twice. Right, so one tank is going to be used full, and the other one, which is the comma 30, is not going to be finished. So he's going to have to fill up twice.